Hey everybody, Coupons here with your Mythic Nexus King positional guide. This is going to be for phase 1. I'll have another separate video for phase 2 and intermission, and then a third video for phase 3. Let's start with the Mythic changes for P1. The biggest change here is that we're going to have another mechanic. There's going to be spirits that will spawn after each conquer cycle, and you essentially have to look at it as it dashes through you, or else you will die when intermission starts. It is a pass-fail mechanic for everyone at the raid at the exact same time. It won't immediately kill you, but if you fail to do the mechanic, you will die, and it's most certainly a wipe. And just a slight change from Heroic. I know we used to just soak every single conquer. We're only going to be soaking one conquer per cycle for the whole raid, and then the tank will solo soak the second conquer, or the one of the conquers. As far as what you're supposed to be soaking, essentially, if there's a soak that appears first in the cycle of abilities, we're going to be soaking that. If it doesn't appear first, then we're soaking the third ability in that cycle, and that's to help with timing on the breaths. Again, I'll be calling out when to soak to make it very easy. As far as the whole flow of the fight, essentially, we have a conquer cycle, so there's those abilities that happen. We're going to get claws, and we move the boss, and then we're going to get spirits, and then we repeat. So we're going to be starting on square. The 3 markers we're using in phase 1 are going to be square, moon, and diamond. And we're going to be starting on square. And initial positioning, and basically positioning through the whole fight, is going to be active tank on the outside or kind of counterclockwise of the boss to bait the frontals. And then the rest of the raid is going to be on the inside of the boss, baiting those dragon fire lines that go through the room, because we don't want to be bringing those where we're soaking the conquers, right? So that's the idea. So, as an example for the frontals tank, we want to point it towards the outside, or we want to point it counterclockwise to where no one should be standing. And that's true for every single one. As far as the conquer soak goes, when it's our time to soak, tanks just need to make sure that we have part of the circle at least overlapping the marker that we're relative to, or at least somewhat near it, so people kind of have a good idea of where they should be standing or moving to soak. So the entire raid will move into the one conquer soak that we need to do. And then we're done here. We have to start positioning ourselves well for claws. And so how the claws work, it's the same as every other difficulty, but I'm going to show you where we don't want to put the claws. You don't want to put them towards the outside ring here, because there's going to be dragons that spawn around the outside of the room, and if you get near one of those dragons, they will one-shot you. So if you get dragged into one of them with a claw, or you start over there to get dragged back in, you will die. And we don't want to put any claw marks in the center of the room, because we need that clear for P2. So we're going to be playing these kind of 2 middle rings here. And another good thing to highlight here is kind of separate this into thirds. And we don't want to put anything in the purple side, which is the bottom, because again, we need that for P2. So we're going to put like the first set of claws in this upper left section here. And then the second set of claws are going to go in the upper right section after the second cycle of abilities, right? So this whole upper left section is good. And the big thing here is we don't want to over move with this. We just want to put them slightly counterclockwise of the boss, or kind of like right on the boss as we're moving. And we're going to move the boss over to our next stack point, which is going to be moon. So after we move, we're going to get our first mythic mechanic, which is the spirits. And the spirits happen in the same order here. So we're going to get 1 spirit this first time, and then the second time the spirits come, there's going to be 2, and the third time there's going to be 3. So what you have to do here is aim your character, not just your camera, aim your character at the little spirit that spawns as it dashes through you, and that's how you deal with that mechanic. Again, if you fail to do that, your Oathbreaker stack will get reapplied to you, and that means you will get mind controlled at the end of the phase. I snagged a clip from YouTube here of what it looks like in real time. This is the 3 spirit set. So this is the very last one of the phase when you get 3. So this is kind of what it looks like in timing wise. And I'll be counting down to pay attention. So here you go. You can see there's the first one that spawned, second one slightly to the right, and the third one to the left. Okay. So pretty easy to see, but again, kind of hard to master, at least initially. We're going to wipe this a lot. But a good thing to take note is you can literally just stop DPS and stop what you're doing to make sure you handle that mechanic, because it lasts a whole, 5 seconds. Just to make sure you do that mechanic properly. I highly suggest you practice doing Kai Vezza Delve, because it's literally the same thing. You just have to make sure that you're facing your rats. Everyone in the raid has to do that mechanic at the exact same time. So again, I will be calling it out and telling you to 100% pay attention to that. After the first set of ghosts, we go into our second cycle of abilities. This is the Conquer cycle for the second time. Again, we're pointing those frontals towards the outside or counterclockwise. We're trying to get the second Conquer soak on Moon here, or around Moon. The entire raid's going to soak. And then we're going to get our next set of claws. Again, no claws on the outside, no claws in the middle. Claws are behind the boss, and we're moving clockwise. Last stack point is going to be over on Diamond. So if you're following along, you'll know what's next. It's going to be the spirits. This time we get 2 of them because it was the second time we soaked the Conquer. And again, you'll have to look at your spirit as it dashes through you, one at a time. After this, we're going to get our third Conquer set of abilities. Again, this one's going to be overlapping on purple. Going to do our raid soak. Again, frontal's going to be towards the outside or counterclockwise, doesn't matter as long as it's not pointing at the raid. And then we don't get a third set of claws. We go directly into our third set of ghosts. And those will go through. And that is P1. Thanks for listening, guys. Catch you later.